Brandon B gave a $10 super chat. I've been reminiscing about Superman 78 tonight. Will the DCEU ever get Superman right? Your thoughts, please.
Superman 78 to me is still it's an all-timer. It's a timeless classic. I know people get up, want to talk about the end where he flies around and reverses everything. Dude, it was 1978. Come on. But it's magic, man. And Reeve, I just don't think he'll ever be touched. I think Reeve is on that level of Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, Chris Evans' Captain America. Christopher Reeve is just magic, and the relationship with Superman and Lois, Clark and Lois, they're never going to top it. But I do feel that they can get Superman right in the future. But I won't talk too much because I'll just ramble about Superman 78. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to tell with the DCU right now because they kind of change everything every day, and you never know exactly what they're going to be doing next. So, I mean, I like the fact that they are aware that they are a lot more successful with their solo films instead of their team-up films. And so hopefully they will actually focus on getting Superman right in the future with maybe a separate solo film or something, which would be cool.
I don't know if they can get Superman right. I don't know. Go ahead, John. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. I mean, I was just going to say, I don't have an issue with Henry Cavill. I don't mind him as an actor. I think he pulls it off. I do think I agree with Jeremy, though. I think Christopher Reeve is probably the staple or the standard, for Superman. But I just think the writing's been bad, especially Batman v Superman and Justice League for his character. It's been horrible. So,
yeah. And Superman's not supposed to have a frowny face. He's the guy with the big grin. He's happy-go-lucky, and that's the big thing that they need to stop doing is making him dour.
Yeah,
100%. Well, that was my biggest thing. Is Superman is supposed to inspire you, even if there's nothing to be inspired by. He's supposed to, it doesn't matter if everything is terrible around you. Superman is supposed to inspire hope within you and confidence within you. He's supposed to make you feel like everything's going to be okay, even if it looks like nothing's going to be okay. And instead, Superman and Man of Steel and Batman v Superman, he's just,
Instead of just pouting in a bathtub.
Yes, and that's what he does in these movies, and it drives me fucking crazy. God damn it.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Him and Captain America, they're supposed to be the beacon of light in the darkness, and that's if you can't get that right, you've totally screwed the character.
But and if you got for years in the for years, I heard you can't do Captain America anymore. Nobody can write Captain America anymore. You can't write Superman. Nobody can. Superman's really hard to write. Excuse me. We just got a decade. Excuse me. The three best movie, the best trilogy within the MCU is Captain America.
Absolutely.
And this is your best Superman right here. This is my most valued possession right here. My 1/6 scale, Christopher Reeve. I love it. I caress it every day. But it's got the best soundtrack. It's the Star Wars of superhero movies. It was as popular. I remember I was a kid at this time, and Superman was as popular as Star Wars at the time. And if it would have had a decent sequel and a third movie, it'd be just as big. You can still do Superman. But what John is right with this current crop of writers right now, I think they shelved Superman. You want my honest opinion on it? He's white, he's male, he represents masculinity, and any kind of masculinity right now is toxic masculinity. So that's why they shelved it, and they're going to give us a Supergirl movie when they're just about to cancel the crappy TV show, which is filled with SJW crap, and the reason I stopped watching the CW. And that's so honestly, I wish they would just leave him alone until somebody Mark Millar, who writes some pretty dark stuff in comics, but he has been promising he has the best Superman script. It's the best thing he's ever done, and he's been trying to sell it to WB for years. And was it Matthew Vaughn was willing to direct it? They pitched WB and they said no. And Matthew Vaughn is seriously one of the best directors in out there right now. Period. Kingsman, if you don't know, he did Kingsman.
Oh yeah.
And could you imagine him doing a Superman movie written by Mark Millar, and Mark Millar, actually writing a straight story instead of most of his stuff is pretty dark, but I think he could do it.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Well, and it's just, I want a great Superman movie in the modern age now. I mean, I want it. I thought Brandon Routh was really good as Superman, but Superman Returns was not good. Nothing. There's so many story problems. Everything was wrong with that movie, except for Brandon Routh. I thought Routh was a very worthy Superman and Clark Kent. But yeah, man, it's just God, it's so depressing to see where we're at with everything with Superman. So
I strangely agree with. I love Henry Cavill, and I think if proper director, proper writer, he looks like he embodies Superman.
Yeah, he really does.
Yeah.
If they actually got
Brandon
writing.
Brandon Routh wasn't the problem. I totally agree with you on that, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Brandon Routh wasn't given any writing, and now that I've seen him in other things, he could have totally pulled it off. But Bryan Singer was, I mean, the worst director for Superman on the planet is Bryan Singer, a guy who's never read a comic.
And to play off of what you were saying, Gary, about like, he's straight white male, he's toxic, he's, look at this. I think we all here we're all straight white males, okay? But I think we're all confident enough in ourselves to admit Henry Cavill's a good looking dude, okay?
Yeah,
like he's a good looking dude.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill is scared to hit on women at this day and age. Remember that? He said the Me Too thing makes him
ridiculous.
Like, how the hell is Henry fucking Cavill scared to hit on women? Like, that should be a crime that someone like Henry Cavill is scared
because it's been weaponized. That's the issue.
I know. And that's where we're at now. That is where we are at in society, where Henry Cavill is scared to flirt with a woman. Women, you did that one to yourselves because you cost yourself a chance with Henry Cavill. So
yeah, exactly.
And not women in general, but the SJW side, So that's why they're all crazy. They're all crazy lunatics.
Yeah. Well, it's like nowadays, if you just like look at a woman funny, it's basically sexual harassment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's the thing that pisses me off about that is that really takes away from the real problems out there. When you start going after small stuff, nobody starts taking you serious anymore. And how could you take the big issues serious? That's the thing that really pisses me off.
It's the girl who cried wolf. That's what it's turned into. So
cried me too.
The girl who cried me too. It sucks. It totally sucks.
Yeah,
but it's not going to stop them. Once this is Hollywood. Opportunism, power plays. That's what this is all about. It has nothing
absolutely.
to do with any of that stuff. And it's playing itself out though, thankfully because of Asia. What's her name? Got busted.
Asia Argento.
Yeah. So some of the big players got exposed, and Rose McGowan.
She's
got a lot of skeleton. Her skeletons have skeletons. So
The skeleton closet has skeletons in it.
So it's kind of losing its steam, but it's going to be a couple of years till this works itself out in the content, because we're seeing Westworld. I know I rail on this, but Westworld season 2 is so freaking bad, and I blame Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein made that bad. They just made that whole season 2 into female empowerment. And like to where your science fiction cowboy show had no cowboys in it.
Yeah, Doomcock really was upset about that. I enjoyed season 1. I didn't watch season 2 after I think it was Doomcock that told me how bad it was. Does Doomcock hate it too?
Yeah, Doomcock hates it too.
Okay, then it was him. Yeah.
Season 1 is perfect. It's perfect television. Season 2 is terrible.
I really liked season 1 a lot, and I watched maybe like the first couple episodes of season 2, and I just could not stand it, so I stopped.
It gets so much worse at the end. Oh my! I almost think you should watch it. I think it would actually be really good for your channels. It's textbook everything. That and Iron Fist season 2. I know nobody watched Iron Fist season 2 all the way through, but
I saw it. For
Christ's sake, they had the main character Iron Fist, and it turns out the story was he was just carrying his power for the girl.
I know that is
what.
Yes.
Yeah.
Colleen Wing was supposed to be the Iron Fist, and he was
my God.
He just curried the power. He FedExed his power over to the strong women, and it was
yeah.
By the way,
it was tragic.
Shout out Colleen Wing, smoking hot. So
yeah, absolutely.
She looks like she's 10. I can't
do that. That makes me feel really bad right now. So
you're young. You're young. I'm like, I'm old. I'm super old. So
yeah, not that far behind you, buddy.
You're super old too,
Yes, I am.
Oh my God, I gotta watch. Usually I cuss on other people's live streams because it's not my channel, but I gotta remember I'm on a good Christian males.
This is a Christian server.
Forgive me. Forgive me. Yeah, I'm surprised it's letting me on. So,
the whole like identity politics thing with like you know, people getting offended now if you like even look at a girl or something. You know, it's like identity politics is stripping away identity itself of what makes us men and women, and you know that it's like a very ironic thing that's going on with all of it. Is that they actually want to like strip away what makes us who we are, and you know, men are supposed to be, you know, the ones that kind of like, you know, pursue the women in a lot of ways and all that, and that's just that's just another thing that they want to destroy because they kind of going back to the whole 1984 thing. They want us all to be exactly the same, and you know, their own little way and all that stuff. But yeah.
And that's what's crazy, man. Like it's really cool that there is so many different personalities, different backgrounds, different experiences that we can all learn from each other and all this shit. But they're so busy trying to turn people against each other and trying to, you know, create division where there shouldn't be division. And the mainstream media, like, it's seriously, if you just don't see the corruption within the mainstream media right now, you're just not paying attention. Like, it is really bad. It is really bad. Yeah. And I'm not just talking about the CNNs of the world. Like, I was very anti-Fox News when Obama was president, you know, because it's just like, it was very negatively slanted, you know, and not to the level CNN is towards Trump, because I've never seen anything like that. I've never seen anything like that. But the negativity was there, you know, from the other side. Yeah. And the negativity exists from the other side. The far right is out there. Okay, just like the far left. The difference is the far left controls the entertainment industry and the media. So therefore, they have more influence over the culture. You know, the far right's out there, and they're just as crazy as the far left, but the far left has more control over things that are important to our culture right now.
And if the far right was the ones that were in control of our entertainment, all that stuff, we'd be talking about that just like how we're talking about our left right now.
What blows me away is how anti-science the left has gotten, because there was a thing I remember that was taught in biology called sexual dimorphism. And it's basically, it's how you can tell the difference between a male and female of the species. And there's also the concept of sexual dimorphism in the brain. It's what makes men and women. And it's like it's gotten thrown out along the way. I don't even know if they teach it anymore.
Probably
it's crazy.
Wouldn't surprise me if they threw that out.
No, it wouldn't surprise me at all. It's bizarre. I aim at the access media a lot in entertainment, but really I hope my message bleeds through to the regular media. What's been going on is since 2016, it's been astonishing what's happened. I mean, I've always kind of seen the media that way. I never expected to be proven right. I'm kind of a conspiracy theorist, but I've always been they're out to get you, and they're trying to get you. There's messages, and then to be proven right, I was like, what? The turn of the frogs gay. That's not good. Yeah, the frogs are gay.